to our August edition of Coffee Talk with the Rodriguez Premier Group. I'm Arvini Rodriguez, and Laila Chaudhry is here with me. She's our buyer specialist in our team, and I'm so excited again to talk to you about how the market is doing here in Tampa Bay and all of Florida. So let's get to it. Laila, how's the market doing?
So Arvini, the market is still sizzling hot in Tampa and Florida in general. So a lot of these coffee talks, we've talked a lot about what's happening in our area, but we really wanted to broaden it this video and talk about what's happening in Florida. Because Florida is really such a unique state and a lot of people are moving here. And we also wanted to make our video more interactive today, so I'm going to ask you 2 questions today, and I want you guys to comment below your answer before we tell you the answer. So our first question today is, what percent of buyers are cash buyers in Florida? I'll repeat it again. What percent of buyers are cash buyers in Florida?
30%.
30%. That's a lot. So a third of our buyers are cash buyers. And Arvini, you deal a lot with multiple offers with your sellers, and I wanted to ask you, why would a seller want to entertain a cash buyer versus a finance buyer?
So typically when a seller gets an offer, it's going to be either a conventional offer, could be a government loan offer, financing wise, or it could be a cash buyer, which means that the buyer actually has the money in the bank to perform on the contract. Of course, as a seller, if you have a buyer that comes in with cash, you don't have to worry about whether that buyer is going to have to qualify for a mortgage, whether the property is going to have to qualify. At the end of the day, there is basically no financing contingency. So that's really a plus for the seller, because they can actually close on the property after the inspections are done. They know that it's a done deal. And typically a closing will take probably about 15 days or so, and a conventional or an FHA buyer or VA buyer typically takes about 30 or maybe a little bit over that.
So there's less contingencies and a faster close,
Absolutely.
Which is very desirable for a lot of sellers. So the average days on market, the median days on market in Florida is only 9 days. So 9 days from listing your house to going under contract for the entire state. That's really low. And then for Hillsborough County, the average days on market are 20 days. But actually for our team, it's...
Yeah, here at the Rodriguez Premier Group, we're averaging 3 days on market. What that means to you is that when a homeowner gives us a listing to basically sell for them, we put it on the market today, and for the most part, our listings are selling in 3 days. That means the contracts are coming in, and we usually wrap it up in 3 days, which is really unheard of in this marketplace because of the demand. So yeah, our listings are basically just, flying off the shelves, as I always say.
And Arvini, can you tell us a little bit about the benchmark of knowing when we're in a buyer's market versus when we're in a seller's market?
Absolutely. So typically the benchmark is if a property, if you have enough inventory, meaning how many months of inventory you have on the market for a buyer to purchase. That's really the benchmark. And on average, if you have at least 5.5 months of inventory of homes on the market or less, that is considered a seller's market. Anything over that 5.5 month benchmark is considered a buyer's market. Right now, we have just under a month of inventory in the area, basically. So what does that mean? That means that there's not enough houses for the buyers that are coming in from all over the country. So it is definitely a seller's market. Having said that, it's still a great time to buy because the rates are still phenomenally low. So you're buying, maybe buying at a little bit of a higher price, but the rates being lower, that means your payment is probably going to be either the same as if it was a lower price, or maybe even lower than that, meaning your monthly payment. So a great time to buy. Definitely, investing your money in real estate is usually the most secure thing to do, because again, real estate is cyclical, but usually it's going to go up and it's going to come down, but for the most part you are going to gain equity in the long run. So it's definitely a safer investment than, let's say, putting it in the stock market, for example.
And Arvini, you can actually add instant equity to your home, which is which makes it more of a great investment too. You can renovate that kitchen, your bathroom, you can add a pool and add instant equity. So real estate's a really great investment. You can never go wrong with it.
Absolutely.
I wanted to ask you guys our second question. So our second question is interesting. This one kind of surprised me when I heard it earlier this week. So how many people move to Florida every day? On average, how many people are moving to Florida from out of the country, from out of state, every single day?
Well, 1,000 people are moving to Florida every single day, and they're coming from all states out of the country, as Laila says. So yeah, there's a lot of people coming to the Florida area for sure.
Yeah. so that was really surprising to me, but we're gonna wrap up. Please join us next month for our next coffee talk, and we also wanted to talk about an event we have coming up at our office here outside in our parking lot. We have our Trunk or Treat event. It's October 28th from 5:30 to 7:30. And Arvin, you want to tell us a little bit more?
Yeah, it's a great event. We actually had the Trunk or Treat now for a couple of years, and it's really great for the kids because they come in. We have over 30 trunks decorated. Our team is going to definitely decorate a trunk. We have candy. We have prizes for them. It's really a fun event. They have games. They also have food trucks. And it's just an outdoor event, which is just great to have, you know, the families come together in a great environment, and it's still outdoors, of course, to keep it as safe as possible. So we're going to have it here at our office, which is in Valrico, 2350 East State Road 60, Valrico, Florida. It's our Keller Williams office. Is our big glass building. It's going to be October 28th between 5:30 and 7:30. Feel free to come by and definitely come stop by our truck, and we'll definitely say hello. Take care.
Bye.
Bye now.